Hello, everybody. My name is Jesus Sanchez. I'm part of the community team at Edpuzzle. Welcome to this webinar where we are going to be learning how they use Edpuzzle in different colleges for vocational training or further education. So welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. I encourage you to start introducing yourself on the chat. You can let us know where you are connected from. And if you are a teacher, you can let us know also what you teach, what level you teach, what subjects. And here with me, we have three great educators that are going to be talking about how they use Edpuzzle in their colleges. First, we have Umaira from Basingstoke College of Technology. Thank you so much for joining us, Umaira.
Thank you so much for inviting us.
We also have from Basingstoke College of Technology, Thomas, which is a teacher in this college. Thank you so much for joining us, Thomas.
Thank you very much for having me.
And also we have Monika from Bradford College. Thank you so much for joining us, Monika.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me.
In the meantime, that we are waiting a little bit more for people joining us, we're going to wait like 2 or 3 minutes before we start actually presenting and speaking about Edpuzzle and your guys' colleges. I would like for you to introduce yourself a little bit more. I'm going to say my name one more time in case people are still joining. My name is Jesus Sanchez. I'm from Spain. I'm also a primary teacher. I taught here in Spain and also in the United States, but now I'm also part of the community thing at Edpuzzle, and I'm very excited to be with you guys here. So, Umaira, could you tell us a little bit more of yourself, please?
Of course. Hello, everyone. I'm Umaira Tariq, and I work with Basingstoke College of Technology. It is located in Basingstoke, Hampshire. I work with BCOR's digital team to develop teaching, learning, assessment, and wellbeing materials. Obviously, that aligns with college's digital strategy and team manifesto. And I also am artificial intelligence lead at college.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thomas, could you tell us a little bit more about yourself, please?
Yeah, sure. My name's Thomas Greenland-Jones. I'm a first year teaching. This is my first year of teaching, and I teach animal management at BCOT, or Basingstoke College of Technology. I've just come out of my master's in wildlife conservation, and it's my first year of teaching, so not much more experience to say after that.
Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us. And Monika, please.
Hello, my name is Monika Worthington, and I've been teaching ESOL for really 20 years now. I'm from Bradford College, and I've been a learning innovation lead for a year and a digital champion previously for the last 2 years. Yeah, and I'm really excited to be here.
That's great. Thank you so much for everybody who is introducing themselves on the chat. We have people from Iraq, from Andorra, they teaching from Angola. There are some people who teach Spanish as a second language. I see we have some English teachers in the room from Egypt. So that's really cool that you guys are connected from almost everywhere. From Kuwait also. Nice. Hi, Dave. Okay. Also from Greece. Also English teacher from Egypt. Okay, so I think we're gonna wait for 1 more minute until we start actually talking about Edpuzzle. I think Umaira is gonna be the one who is gonna be talking first. He's gonna be talking about how they implemented Edpuzzle in their college, and then she's gonna give us some example how they use it in different departments. Also later, after that, Thomas is gonna talk a little bit more about how he used Edpuzzle in his classes, and he's gonna show us some different features from Edpuzzle. So that's gonna be really cool in case some people who are here today don't know how to use Edpuzzle and they are beginners. So Thomas is gonna tell you all about that. And then Monika is also gonna give us some specific uses, how she uses it in her college. Like for instance, how they use it to coach the teachers for the professional development. So that's gonna be really cool and really interesting. So I think we are ready. Are you guys ready, Umaira? Are you ready to start presenting? Okay. So yeah, let us know if you have any question on the chat. What we are gonna do, as we said, Umaira is gonna present then Thomas, and then Monica. And at the end, we're going to have some minutes in case you have some questions for them or myself, and we'll be happy to answer them. So all yours, Umaira.
Hello, everyone. I'm just going to introduce myself one more time. Like if someone has joined recently, so they need to know who I am. I'm Umaira from Basingstoke College of Technology. I work with the BCOT's digital team to develop teaching, learning, assessment, and well-being practices that aligns with college's digital strategy and team manifesto. I'm also an artificial intelligence lead at BCOT. So today in this webinar, I'm gonna just go through three things. The first one is how we started using Edpuzzle. And then the second one is like how we have trained our staff on how to use Edpuzzle. And then I'm gonna show you various examples from various departments. So how we first started using Edpuzzle. So at BCOT, we have a 3-tick system. What does it mean is we have like 3 teams, like teaching, learning, and quality team, my team. We have MIS team, and then IT team. So if we want to use any tool, then what we do is we all 3 teams have to agree, and then we have to start using it. If any of the team disagrees, then we do not use that tool. So what my team does is we look at a tool and we think how useful it is for our staff and students. And then if we see it is useful for our staff and students, that we approve it. And then it goes to our MIS team. They check the data side of it. And then if they approve it, then it goes to our IT team. They check the security side of it. So why I'm telling this is it means like we have started using it, and we all 3 teams have approved it. That's why we are using it with our staff and students. So you do not have to worry about the security and data protection side of Edpuzzle. You can simply and like straightly use this tool with your staff and students. The second one is how we train our staff on how to use Edpuzzle. So obviously when we started using Edpuzzle, our team, like our teachers, were not familiar with Edpuzzle, and they do not know how to use Edpuzzle. So what we did was we asked Edpuzzle to come to our college and then have face-to-face training with our staff, so they know how to use it. They came to our college and then they trained all our staff. They did not just come for like one time, they came like multiple times, and we also invited them on our inset days, and then they did come. We also had the online sessions as well with them. So they're very good with this, because if you want them to come to your college, they can come to your college, and if you want like the online training, then they can arrange that for you as well, and then you can do it that way. They also came to our college for the road trip when they had the Edpuzzle road trip, and then they went to our classrooms and they checked how we are using Edpuzzle with our students, and then they suggested with like more ideas, and they saw like how we are using it, and then they suggested us how we can improve it, and how we can use it like for other ways with our students, so we can have the full usage of Edpuzzle across college. Now I'm gonna show you like examples from various departments. So what Edpuzzle does is like they do have like the online resources. We can search for any video, and we can also use the videos made by like other like people if they like give the public access to other colleges and schools, then we can use the videos and see it. Let's say if we want to use any video, we can search for it, and then it's going to come up with different resources. We can use it. But what you can also do is you can create your own videos, like record your own videos, and then you can make Edpuzzle with those videos. Like you can make them and make them interactive. So what we did was our teachers from different departments, like construction, from maths, from like this is our DPO officer, like for if you have to explain the exam rules and all that stuff. So what we did was we recorded our own videos, and then we have uploaded them to Edpuzzle. Because the good thing about this is that then the students gonna see the familiar faces. They know like their teacher is explaining it, and the good for teachers as well, as it is good for teachers as well, because they can just make videos and then they can reuse it for every year as well. So we have also used it with our ESOL learners. We have used it with our like motor sports and stuff. And then I also have my colleague Thomas with me. He can tell you in detail how he has used it with animal management. If you have any questions, I'm going to take the questions at the end. And then now I'm going to pass it to Thomas.
Thank you so much, Umaira. I think it's really cool also that the teacher create their own videos, because I think like the student, as you said, can feel a little bit more identified with their teacher. It's not just finding video from YouTube or from the same platform that we already have a lot of videos. But in this case, if it is, we're talking about vocational training or further education. Now Thomas can let us know a little bit more about it, but these are really specific things or subject that you guys have to teach, and maybe there are not so many videos ready to use. So in those cases, you have to record your own video, and as I said, okay, that is more time consuming, but at the same time has great benefits, because you are going to record that video, and that's going to be already adapted to the level of your student and in the right context. And as we said before, your students are going to get normally they get excited to see their own teacher on the screen, right? So all yours, Thomas. If you're ready, go for it, please.
Thank you very much. Yeah, so you guys explained it really well just there. That's my first thing I was going to really talk about, was producing your own video and actually connecting with your students in that sort of format. And that's what I've tried to do this year for animal management at BCOT, or Basingstoke College of Technology. So yeah, it's been a really eye-opening piece of tech for me, especially as a new teacher. I started off this year with really realistically boring lessons where I just had death by PowerPoint or death by slides. And coming into about November time, I really started to play around with Edpuzzle. And as you may have seen in some of those photos, we had some people from Edpuzzle come and give me some training. And thank you very much, Umaira, for organizing that for me. So since then, it's been a really cool experience for me and for my students as well. So the three things that I've kind of really taken from the experience so far is that creating and using those videos, how questions can be generated on Edpuzzle, and also the community that can give you those questions themselves. And for me, my favorite one is live mode, which I'll talk to you about in a moment. So uploading your own video is surprisingly simple. If you're not very tech savvy, it's very easy to do. This video I've got here is an example where me and my technician were doing a health check on a Duprezi, which is a fat-tailed gerbil. And it's a 10-minute video, which could be a good learning resource for some students, but lots of students will just watch the video and say they've watched the video and not absorb that information in. So we obviously added loads of personalized, tailored questions and notes in, and that really encouraged the students to take in that information and actually get that immediate assessment feedback, which I'm sure is Edpuzzle's main goal here, which has been really helpful for me. This video was really successful. We are planning on doing many more with many more different species. And yeah, it's been also quite fun to do as well. That kind of personal touch, me stuttering and making slight mistakes in the video, has actually been a really nice personal experience for those students. Sometimes a really polished video isn't quite so connecting. So on that side of it, you can find whatever video you want through the power of YouTube and the community that's there already. And as you can see in some of these options here, questions are already there for you. They're already there, formatted, ready to go by other teachers teaching the same thing as you. So most of the time, you don't have to worry about the questions being accurate. If they're in that video, you know another teacher is asking the same question that you need to ask, and it's very likely you're going to align in your own strategy, which has been really helpful. That being said, if you find a video on YouTube and you want to, you can see it's got really clear language in it, something like this video here on innate behavior, you can get it to create questions for you. You can do it in the sense of multiple choice questions, open-ended questions, and then you can add some notes to go with it to support the learner as they go through that learning experience. It's an excellent, speedy, quick, simple tool that has saved a lot of time for me, especially as I'm still learning to be organized like all you teachers are. And finally, my favorite part of it is live mode. Live mode has been really, really fun. So for instance, that's a video of me doing the health check on the Duprezi. We go through it step by step in the classroom with it up on the screen, and all the students have Edpuzzle open, ready to answer questions all at the same time. This means that you can set the pace, which I think is really important. It's really easier to identify who's got gaps in knowledge, who needs more support, where the differentiation is between your learners, who's excelling, who needs more help or guidance through their learning experience. And yeah, this live mode really does it very well for you. You can control it at the pace that you want and also give immediate feedback afterwards. You might have 30 students all giving you a mixture of answers. And after all those answers are taken in, you can talk to them all at the same time about the answers that they've given. You can give them straight away, this is a good answer. We need more work, more development on this answer. So it's a really, really valuable tool in the lesson. And it, you know, fills up a lot of time in your lesson as well. And it's active learning and engagement. They're my three favorite things that I've really taken from it, but there are other things as well. So the project setting that you can do for your learners as well, where you can actually tell them to find the video themselves and to annotate it or embed questions or notes into it too, has been a really interesting tool, and it's really good for homework. I've found that you can tell them, use this video, it's 30 minutes long, give me 3 notes, 3 multiple choice questions and 3 open-ended questions, and they'll do it, and it's far more engaging than just a worksheet for them to write on. The immediate feedback, as I said before, it just encourages that active participation. They know that they're going to get their answer straight away, so they can actually have their confidence boosted through that security of knowing they're going to get an answer. It helps you be creative. That video that I made, I wouldn't have made if it wasn't for something like Edpuzzle to help me, you know, generate a learning experience from it. The assignment assistance, that again kind of ties in with that immediate feedback. You can take all of the grades there for you and you can embed that into your Google Classroom, and you can make that a part of a real summative or formative assignment, which again, really, really helpful. And of course, the community around it. There's so many videos that I've made, but there are plenty more out there that other teachers have made for me to use at my own will. So that's been a really good experience. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Thomas. I really like also that you talk about the student projects, because it's like a feature that is not really well known, like between a lot of Edpuzzle users. So maybe after, when we are on the questions time, maybe we can talk a little bit more about the student projects. And also I'm gonna highlight a little bit more the teacher assist, because you did it, but I don't know if it was a little bit fast for some people. Just to highlight one more time that, as Thomas was saying, we have like an artificial intelligence feature there that is able to generate questions automatically from videos from YouTube. So if there is any video from YouTube that you want to use, you just click on that button that Thomas showed us. It's called Teacher Assist, and then as he said, you can just select if you want open-ended question or multiple choice or both, and it will automatically create the question. So thank you so much, Tom. It was really interesting. Maybe we can discuss a little bit more about it when it's time for the questions. Awesome. So Monika, take your time, because I think we are doing really good with time. So we have enough time for you to elaborate on your presentation, and all yours. Monika, you're muted.
Sorry,
No.
Can you see my screen or not yet?
Yes, it is already there.
Okay. Let me just, okay. So I'm going to talk about how we use Edpuzzle at Bradford College, but I'm going to start with ESOL. I teach ESOL, which is English for speakers of other languages. And as you may know, we work on 4 skills, so reading, writing, speaking, and listening. So Edpuzzle has been really helpful for us, and students absolutely love the application. So maybe I'll start with saying some benefits of using Edpuzzle. So first of all, the speed. So the speed of the video. So students can, slow it down if it's too fast. So they can slow it down. They can tailor it to their needs. Answering questions in segments. That's another very important feature. So they don't have to watch the whole video to do a quiz. They can listen to a small chunk of a video, process the information, and answer the question, and then watch the second part of the video, process the information, and answer the question. And that's really helpful. And that also teaches the students how to prepare themselves for the listening exam at the end of the year. It's a very interactive learning tool, so students really engage with this app. There are plenty of opportunities to practice, so they can use Edpuzzle on the bus when they come to college. They can use Edpuzzle. We've got lots of learning spaces, learning environments where they can just sit down with the phone and just do the quiz. So another feature, accessibility tools for lower levels. So we teach from pre-entry level. Some students have no literacy at all. So a very good accessibility tool is a dictation. So students can listen to a question, they can dictate the answer as well. Also the pictures. So we can have a multiple choice question, and the answers can be just by using pictures. So they just select a picture as an answer. That's really, really good. Okay. Customization for language levels. So sometimes we have a class of different levels. It happens. So it's a very good tool for differentiation as well. So you know your students, you know what they need to work on. So you can send different videos to different students. Even if they are in the same class, you don't have to do the same video. So you can assign different videos to different students. In fact, tomorrow we're also we're going to run in our Skills Hub AI Academy. So we've invited some students. They're going to come and use Edpuzzle Originals, and they're going to learn about artificial intelligence. So Originals, really good content as well. So check it out. Okay, so we use Microsoft Teams across the college, and Edpuzzle has Microsoft Teams integration. So I don't have to, once I connect Microsoft Teams to Edpuzzle, Edpuzzle to Microsoft Teams, I don't have to then go to Edpuzzle really website. I can see everything from my Teams page. As you can see a screenshot here, I can track students' progress. Students can easily access videos as well. So that's pretty straightforward. Okay, so like Thomas mentioned, we use live mode mostly for tasks which are in the classroom. And then the assigned tasks we use for independent study. You can see pictures here from our Skills Hub, which is like an open learning environment. So students get assigned tasks, they go get laptops or phones and they study. So revision, so this particular lesson was about past simple. So they were revising for their exam. So they were doing something on past simple here. Formative, summative assessment, perfect for checks on learning throughout the lesson or at the end of the lesson to check that they've understood the topic. And then you can clearly see, you go to insights and you can see exactly who struggles with what question, and then you can reassign different videos based on these insights, whatever they need to practice more. Project-based learning and collaborative work as well. So really good tool. Okay, and impact, active engagement. So students really like Edpuzzle. They really engage with this tool. They complete most of the tasks because it's so easy for them to access. They on YouTube anyway all the time. So they're so used to watching videos. So this is something really fun for them to do. It's easy to access. They just click on the link, or when I use it on Teams, I always assign as well. So it's easy for them to find. They get instant feedback, personalized learning, like I said. So we assign different videos to different students depending on their needs. Increase motivation because they love YouTube, they love watching videos, so they watch Edpuzzle a lot, and it's easier for them because, like I mentioned before, they listen in chunks. Enhance accessibility, so captions, images, voice recording, lots of data so you can see exactly where your students are at, whether they've seen the video, the whole video, the chunk of the video, what they struggle with. Yes, and efficient use of study time. Okay, so now I'm going to talk a little bit about how we use Edpuzzle for staff CPD. So we've started using Edpuzzle for staff training this year. So recently we launched our AI Academy with the use of Edpuzzle. So we recorded our own training and then we uploaded the training onto Edpuzzle and added questions. And so far it's been a great success. So what are the benefits? So again, very easy access to training. So all you have to do, you just share the link to training with staff. Anybody can do it, anybody can access it. Again, laptops, phone, anything. Easy distribution across campuses and remote staff. We've got lots of remote staff, we've got lots of campuses, so it's very difficult to get everybody together to deliver training. So Edpuzzle is a really good solution. Interactive learning experience, flipped learning approach. So sometimes, for example, my team, when we launched AI Academy, we allocated some time where we spent listening to the video, processing information, and then we had a short meeting afterwards with the team, reflecting on it, asking questions, thinking how we can use AI in our teaching and learning. So it's really good for flipped learning. So you listen to the video yourself, then you have that time to process information, reflect, and then you can have a meeting afterwards. Data-driven insights, really good insights. You can see exactly, again, the staff that struggle with something. You can identify those staff who's completed the training, who's still doing it. And I think one of the most important features, benefits, is that all staff, because the training is compulsory, so all staff will have that opportunity to use Edpuzzle, and then hopefully they'll think it's a really good platform and they will start using it in their own teaching and learning. Okay, so how did we launch Edpuzzle at our college? So we run 30-minute webinars each month, focus on one app. So I think we've had focus on Edpuzzle quite a few times this year. Training sessions on staff development days. So we were lucky to have Dave Weston at our college a few times for staff development days, and always the training was a huge success. You can see a few pictures from there. Individualized learning training opportunities. So in the skills hub, staff can all come, and there will always be somebody who is able to train them on Edpuzzle, so that when they're stuck, they know where to go, they know where to have that one-to-one session. Edpuzzle bootcamps that you can book, staff join online. Promotion by learning innovators. So we have learning innovators in our college that promote digital learning, promote Edpuzzle. So they use it themselves, they share good practice, and they encourage staff to use Edpuzzle. Also this year, we launched RAISE as a replacement for FE observation. So staff, they are able to set themselves targets that they want to work on. And lots of staff this year picked Edpuzzle, so they wanted to learn how to use Edpuzzle in their teaching and learning. So we've worked with this staff a lot. And sharing practice. So we set up a Go Digital team on Microsoft Teams. It's like a small digital community. We added all teaching staff, and we inform them about updates, about webinars, training, but also we share good practice, post success stories to encourage and inspire other teachers. Okay, so that's everything from me. Thank you very much for listening. Hope it's been useful. Any questions, please get in touch. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Monika. Now is the time that we have to ask questions. So please, if you are there on the chat, I encourage you to ask questions now for Umaira, Thomas, and Monika. I really enjoyed your presentations. I wanted to highlight also, Monika, that I also used to teach English, and I use Edpuzzle, and I think it's like a great plan for to work the 4 skills, as you said, but especially speaking, because like at least I used to teach children, and it's very difficult to ask them to practice their speaking at home. But with that puzzle, I had those features. I had like 2 options that I used. One was they could reply to the open question with their own voice. We can use voice notes to answer open questions, and at the same time, they could also do the student projects, which we're gonna talk a little bit more. But yeah, as you mentioned, I think it's a great tool, especially to teach or learn a second language. Okay, let's see. We have some question on the chat. So I don't know if you want to answer this, Monika, just trying to summarize what you explained, like, because Radwa said that she's a little bit confused. She doesn't know how to use Edpuzzle for CPD. So can you summarize what you just talked about? Like, how can you actually use it for CPD?
So what we do, we have thousands of staff in our college. So teaching staff alone, we have 400 people. So what we do, we record our own videos. For example, recently we've recorded Artificial Intelligence Academy. So we record our own videos, we add questions to the video, and then we share the link with staff. That's all we do. And also, we decided to use Edpuzzle for new starters, so teachers who join college, the new teachers who join college. So before, we go through thousands of PowerPoints with induction PowerPoints. So we're going to convert all these PowerPoints into a video. So again, new starters, new staff joining college, they can watch the videos before they come to college. So they are familiar with college, with the rules. And then when they come, they can have a session to answer, ask and answer any questions.
Yes, some people are asking on the chat if you are totally beginner with Edpuzzle. I'm gonna also paste a link so you can learn a little bit the first steps. It would be the self-course that we have. We call it beginner, and with that self-course that you can do on your own, you can learn the first steps on Edpuzzle. But yeah, Monika explained it perfectly. What you do is, like in this case, the college is gonna act as a teacher, and then the rest of the teachers are gonna act as a students. So they would join any class like your students do with you, right, Monika?
Yeah, and this can be confusing because teachers think, okay, they pick teacher because I'm a teacher. So we've had lots of confusion. So what we've done, we send the link together with instructions. Click on the link and choose you are a student at the because you're completing the training, so you act as a student, not a teacher. So that's really confusing.
Yeah, thank you so much, Monika. Sharad, according to the privacy that you were asking, so yeah, whenever you create a class, you can share your class, you can invite your students through a link or a code, and all of that is happening inside that classroom is going to be totally private. So all of that feedback, those comments, the question that Thomas was talking about, all of that is going to be totally private. The only thing that you can make public if you want is if you record yourself and you upload that video to Edpuzzle and you add some question. If you want to, you can make that video public, or if not, you can keep it private. Let's see, we have some more questions in the chat. Thank you, because this is this way is the way that we learn. So we are participating and asking questions. I'm pretty sure that the rest of the attendees are going to be able to learn from each other. I had a question also written down for you, Thomas, about the live mode. I don't know if you can elaborate a little bit more about what live mode is, because we have a lot of people who are here that are totally beginners for Edpuzzle. So maybe you can explain what a live mode is. And I wanted to ask you, when do you normally use it? Do you normally use it at the beginning of a new unit, or maybe just as a review or to introduce a new topic, just to maybe to check previous knowledge? So what is the purpose behind it?
Well, I think because you gave me a few options there, it kind of says it all, really. You can use live mode in many different ways, but live mode essentially sets up an Edpuzzle on the big screen for all your students to look at the same time and to answer the same question at the same time. So this is, as I said, it's good for that pacing, making sure that the students are going through the same questions at the same time. I don't know if it's possible. Could I possibly share and just quickly show how it's done on share a screen? Is that okay?
Yeah, totally. In the meantime, I'm going to be reading some more questions. Someone was asking how to use artificial intelligence as a teacher more. Okay. Yeah, access to the. I think, Amira, the Artificial Intelligence Academy is something that they have in Monika's college. But Monika was also talking about Edpuzzle Originals. So those are some videos that are available for the teachers who have the pro accounts, and some of them are also open for everyone. And in those videos, I mean, we have originals about any kind of subjects, but those are really quality videos. Sorry, Thomas, go ahead.
It's okay, no worries. So I made this Edpuzzle only this week in preparation for next year. It's a video that I used last year, but I never assigned a live mode to it. So I'm just going to choose a random unit here and go next. And this basically sets it up on whichever platform you want to do it on. I'm assigned to Google Classroom, so I can assign it to Google Classroom at that time. Once I press assign, I can then go onto this and choose live mode. This live mode essentially sets it up there on the screen for all the other students to sign up to and then say that they're ready. So if you've got 25 students, you wait until the number hits to 25. Everyone's engaged and ready to go. It really is that simple. It's basically an Edpuzzle in the classroom for everyone to do. So I hope that kind of explains it. Please do ask away if there is anything else there, any more clarifications on that. But yeah, so live mode is Edpuzzle in the classroom.
Thank you so much. Umaira, I have a question for you. So how the most teachers are responding when you guys started integrating Edpuzzle? Because I think, I don't know if all the teachers are as enthusiastic as Thomas is. I think he was very enthusiastic about started using Edpuzzle, or I think he's very techy too. I don't know if we just lost Thomas by accident. I hope he can return soon. But how did the most of the teachers react when you guys started talking? We are going to implement a new tool.
I think they all loved it because Edpuzzle is a tool that saves a lot of time for teachers because they do not have to create anything. They have like pre-made resources available.
Yeah, sure.
Because they have like pre-made resources available, they can search it and they can use the videos that are created for like by other teachers, and they can also create their own videos. Like if a teacher is creating one video, and then what they can do is they can reuse it every year. This means like they are creating resources. And the best thing about Edpuzzle is also that like if you are using a video from like YouTube, then what you can do is you can choose like what time slot you want to use it for the video. If it's a 50 minutes long video, you can select like you can cut the video and then make like different chunks, and then you can just use the video that you want to use it. And another best feature about Edpuzzle is also that like what you can also do is you can see the data of it. Like obviously with other platforms you cannot see if the student has watched the video or not, but with Edpuzzle what you can do is you can check if the student has skipped the video or if they have watched all the video. So This is a tool that teachers are loving it, and every teacher is interested like Thomas, and they're all using it with like their department.
Awesome, thank you so much.
If I could add to this, Sorry.
Yes, go ahead,
It's also
Monica.
great that you need to collaborate with your colleagues. So, for example, I teach ESOL, so we share the recordings that we think are really good for students. You can create playlists, which are again easy to share with others. So it's a great collaboration tool as well.
And the other thing is like one of the feature of Edpuzzle is also that like if you're using it in a college, then you can also see the videos created by other teachers in your college. Like if I'm clicking on like Thomas' name, then I can see all the videos Thomas has created using Edpuzzle. So that's a really good tool.
That's a good point. I was going to mention that, especially if there is another teacher that teaches the same subject as Thomas, for example. If you go to the school tab, you are going to see all the videos that have been created by all the teachers that belong to that college. So that is a really good point too. We have a lot of questions, a lot of information now on the chat. I don't know if we're going to have time to answer all of them. Okay, Dave has a really good one. I don't know, Thomas, if you can elaborate a little bit more. I don't know, Monica, you had the chance also to try the student project. I know this is maybe a little bit more time consuming also, especially you want to do it in your class, because for the student projects, as Thomas was explaining before, this is something totally different. This is where the student is going to be he's going to be the responsible for their own learning, and they're just not going to be consumers, they are going to be producers. So they have to produce that content, but we have two options. They can either choose a video from YouTube, as Thomas was saying, or they also have to make their own video. So Thomas, can you expand a little bit more on that, please? How do you use them?
Yeah, absolutely. So, excuse me. So I've started using live projects only at the latter end of this year. It was something, it's quite new. It's quite unheard of in the actual software. And the first thing that I tried to do with it was actually pick a couple of students that I knew in my class that were flying ahead, a bit more capable than the others. And I thought I'd give them something a bit more challenging, which is to do a bit more creation rather than evaluation and analysis, which is kind of what I've been trying to use Edpuzzle for. So I set the task for those students to create a video kind of similar to mine, which was a health check on a species of their choice, which gave them the option to go wherever they wanted in our animal facilities and choose their animal and then apply their knowledge, but also teach it at the same time. It's successful in the sense that I don't know, maybe most other teachers here will agree, but teaching is the best way to learn. And I think they really did benefit from that. They were my top students though. So I think you're right in saying, it might be right in saying that, using a YouTube video, give them a bit more guidance on the project is certainly useful for other students in your class, and maybe giving them a kind of template structure of what questions to ask or how many questions they should be asking to kind of reach a kind of do the task properly, if that makes sense. So YouTube videos really helpful. I've found it's useful to choose a YouTube video for them because they can spend hours trying to find the YouTube video that they want. So giving them a selection of YouTube videos has always been quite helpful. But setting the projects is quite easy. It's just simply press assign or create. It's like your homepage, the top right button. Forgive me, I forget the name of it now. But there's a drop down and it says student project. And then you can create the video, you write in the instructions and then set it off for them. I think it's better as a homework rather than an in-class task.
Yeah, and I think it's also very cool that they have the option to add question or not to those videos, like they were the teacher, so they have to use that critical thinking, right? They have to decide where in the video they have to add that question, and they also have to be creative and add an interesting questions. And also there are a lot of people who don't know this. Once that the student have finished their student project, the teacher can add those videos to their library, to their content library, and then they can assign that video to the rest of the students. So I think that is really cool and meaningful. Monica, have you had the chance to try the student project yet?
Yes, I used it a few times, but recently we run a global learning project where we collaborate with schools from Poland, Romania, Turkey, Wales as well. So we were thinking of setting up student project so students go. It's about talking about history of their own cities. You know, exchanging ideas, learning from one another. So we thought we will get them to go out and record a video of historical buildings, historical places in Bradford, and then add some questions and send this video to students from Poland, and then students from Poland would do the same as well. So exchanging ideas, you know, yeah, learning about different cultures and things like this.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I'm going to start sharing some resources because I don't think we are almost running out of time. Thank you so much, guys, for sharing with us all your knowledge and your presentation. Stay here for a few more minutes, please. And if you are still here with us, I have to share some cool information, but let's start with the first thing is going to be a certificate of completion. So you have been here. You can also get this certificate. So first, that's the first link I'm going to be sharing. I'm going to share like 4 or 5 resources or links that are going to be really cool. Then the next one is going to be a PDF with all the presentation from Monika, Umaira, and Thomas. And also they're going to include their social media. So in case you are interested in following them in LinkedIn and Twitter or X, you will have their contact there. So let me know now. You guys can try on the chat and you can let me know that they are actually working. I think you are able to see the PDF and you can just download it on your computers, right? Awesome. Thank you. I saw that someone was also asking on the chat if we had a community. We actually have a new Facebook community that we started like a month ago. So this is going to be a perfect chance for me to share it. And also at the same time in that community, we share any kind of bootcamp that we have, the events that are coming. If we have questions, so people help each other to answering those questions that we may have. So I think it's a really cool community. So please just join if you wish. Okay. Also, I saw that some people were asking if we have any kind of trainings to get started in Edpuzzle. We actually have. We normally have bootcamps of 3 levels. We have beginner, intermediate, and coach. The links are not working, guys?
Yeah, the links are working.
They are, right, Umaira? Okay. I don't know, Ragwa. Okay, awesome. Thank you guys for your feedback. Not working?
Working for me.
Okay. Okay. So sorry, the other thing I was gonna share here is some upcoming bootcamps that we have. Right now, we don't have many on the website, but this is gonna be updates. And the next bootcamp that we're gonna have are in July. I'm gonna also share the link for you in case you wanna register, but we have all the levels because this is gonna be an intensive bootcamp. So, and we are gonna have also in different schedules, so you can just join the time that is gonna work the best for you. And as I said, this is gonna be an intensive bootcamp of it's gonna be 3 days bootcamp, and you can actually do the 3 levels if you wish. So we're gonna have beginner on July 22nd, intermediate July 23rd, and coach July 24th. So I'm gonna also share this right here on the chat. And just one more thing, that is something big that we are organizing from the community team, and we are also running a really big, we call it Edpuzzle Summit, and this is gonna be July 9th and 10th, and this is gonna be, we are gonna have up to 44 sessions, and all of them are gonna be talking about Edpuzzle, but about different topics. So we have artificial intelligence, we have also teaching languages with Edpuzzle, we have social emotional learning. So any kind of topics, we're gonna have them mostly in English, but we also have other languages like Spanish, Arabic, we have Japanese, so we have Portuguese, we have 6 languages in total, so that is gonna be really cool. So I'm gonna also, I don't know why for some of you guys said the links are not working. I don't know if it is gonna depend maybe on what country you are based on. I don't know, you can try in a different browser maybe. I don't know if you're using like Google Chrome, but I believe it is working for other people. So I'm gonna leave also my email here, just in case you guys need any extra support. And if you are not able to open the links at this time, maybe we can have a look at it and find out what's going on. But yeah, I'm gonna share all the links very, very fast, but then let me share also my email in that case, in case you need to reach out to me. Yes, and also as someone is mentioning, you are gonna receive a recording of this webinar in case you join a little bit late, and also in a couple of days we are gonna post it on YouTube. So how can we register for the 44 topics training? That is gonna be Edpuzzle Summit. If you join the Facebook community, it's gonna be there, but I'm also gonna share it one more time, and then we are gonna start rounding up. Just give me a second, because I have so many links open now that now I don't. Okay, here it is. The one that I'm gonna be sharing right now is the registration for Edpuzzle Summit. And then you will be receiving an email with all the schedules, so you will have time to look through the agenda and you can start deciding what sessions you would like to attend. Okay, so yes, this recording is gonna be sent by email, and also it's gonna be ready in YouTube in a couple of days, so it will be uploaded to our Edpuzzle Live playlist. Okay, so one more time, thank you so much. First of all, Umaira, Thomas, and Monika, thank you for joining us. I think it was very fun and everybody learned a lot from you. So thank you so much.
Thank you for having us. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
And thank you so much, everybody who joined us. I think the number has been moving all during the session, but we have had more than 50 people who joined us live. So that was great. And we also will be sending the recording as we mentioned before. So thank you so much, guys. We'll be in touch in socials. You can follow us. I share also the PDF with all the social media. I'm gonna share just one more time, that one, because that one is probably the most important one. We call it the digital swag, and that is, you're gonna have all the presentations that they use and their social media. So goodbye, everybody, and have a nice one.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.